Yo yo. Today this is my Zulrah guide. Gonna be going over how I kill Zulrah. I don't know why that button is there. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I usually get out 3 crumbs. And then just other food. I can do this with monkfish as well. This is an Iron Man, basically an Iron Man friendly guide. Right now I'm using the Blue Moon Spear for the percent damage or whatnot. I'm using Fire Wave and Crystal Bow. I'll be going from Catherby to Port Tyrus and running down. I do have scrolls in which I can teleport. You can kill Zulrah and get scrolls and shit you can teleport. They're not very many, so you should probably you should definitely get used to running down here. Everyone does it. Either that or get the agility level for the fairy ring. But unless you have a fairy ring in your house, it's not really viable. So the thing I like to do when running down here is I like to have at least 30 run for the fight, and I'll never run out of run energy. As long as I have at least 30 run, even if I have to walk the last little bit of distance. So now that I'm here, I guess I can go over a little bit of the gear. So you pretty much want your magic switches and your range switches. I'm using a 6-way with 2 two-handers, so it's simple. I'm also using the Ring of Suffering. If you don't have a Ring of Suffering, you will need to bring Ring of Recoil. And if you don't have the Serpentine Helm, then you're going to need to bring some type of antidote or poison management, like anti-poisons, super anti-poisons, antidotes. Anti-venoms is really what you want here, and the anti-venom pluses are really what you want. But the Serp Helm works great. The Serp Helm's best, but I understand a lot of people don't have the Serp Helm. So if you're an Iron Man, you're probably going to want to bring some anti-poisons of some type, just so that you can counteract the venom. You're still going to get poisoned, you're still going to take poison damage, because you don't want to be sipping. You're going to get revenomed all the time. You just want to counteract the stacking venom damage as an Iron Man. So you don't get hit for 20s, and instead you're getting hit for like 8s and 10s. And this guy just died. Oh, what is that guy wearing? Yeah, with the recent updates, it seems like fire spells are the way to go here. I'm just now trying this out. But as for the inventory, I have a magic pot, a range potion. You might not need a magic potion. A singular prayer potion, 3 crom bombs, a teleport to the house, and a teleport to Camelot. Or really, you only need a teleport to the house if you have the Catherby teleport in your house. Coins for the Port Tyrus trip, and then the rest of them are monkfish. So, a little bit to talk about here with Zulrah is you're going to be having some rotations. You're going to be having a lot of rotations. So, there's 3 points in which Zulrah can move to. She's going to move like when you get inside of the arena, or wherever it is, the little island that she's at, she's going to appear. Well, sorry, there's 4 spots. My fault. You're running around like a little crescent-shaped island. Where's it at? It's got to be out here somewhere. Whatever, I guess we'll use this one. So, Zulrah is essentially going to be right here. And you'll have to run around her based on her rotation. So her rotation is going to consist of different spawns of the small little guys, in which are going to hit you, but they're only 1 health, and your Ring of Recoil will kill them, so you don't have to worry about them. You just have to worry about keeping your health high. She's going to spawn poisonous clouds, in which you cannot step in, and in which anti-venom or Serp Helm does not protect you from. And that's pretty much it. The rest of it is the mechanics with each of the Zulrah phases. So if you got the Zulrah Blue phase, which is Mage, you want to pray Mage on Zulrah Blue phase, and she's going to attack you with Mage or Range. I don't know the distribution of the attacks, but you're certainly going to get hit with both Range and Magic at some point during the fight with her. The blue one, most annoying. And if you're learning, you might want to skipper. And to skipper, you would stand behind a pillar. The green one, the blue one is weak to range. The green one is weak to mage, and she only attacks with ranged during that phase, except a small condition. But most of the time, it's going to be just with range. The melee guy, he's going to attack you based on your position. So the melee guy, if you do it right, is never going to hit you. And there's a couple of places that you can stand in which I'll show you. I'll show you how to move around when he whips his tail at you, or her tail at you, or whatnot. And I'll show you how to move around. Let's see what else is there. Oh, and then every phase, every rotation, not every phase, not every rotation, every fight, every Zulrah fight you have, there's going to be a thing called a Jad phase. And it's when you have to alternate your prayers from mage and ranged. And on this side, when you get a Jad phase, it's going to attack you first with mage. On this side, it's going to attack you first with ranged. Now, you can skip the Jad phase, but only if you kill it quickly. But if you're in the fight for about 2 minutes, you're going to be fighting the Jad phase. And apart from that, it's really just learning where to move. And I'll show you a rotation here, as well as some general concepts. You're going to want to stand here. Zulrah is quite possibly one of the most relaxing bosses in this game. Okay, so he rotated into melee. And the way to skip the melee is to run from these sections. When he's facing that way, okay, mage. Now he's gonna go mage. It's really just about responding. See, that's a mage hit. That's a mage hit. Looks like he's gonna hit me there. I'm gonna eat. Spawning over here. Most of it's just. What am I doing? Most of it's just responding to the movement of Zulrah. Now, if you didn't respond to that movement, then you would get split. This is a way to skip this mage here. You're standing back here, and you don't have to worry about him. Now we can go up and hit him. God, the Stinklings are tearing me apart this round. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that shit. Not a good run. There's a high chance I cancel this video. Turn auto retaliate off. Facing here, come over here. Now, if you do this right, you can get 4 hits on him. I did not do that right there. I ate too early. Okay, it's ranged. Too early in the fight to be Jad. A lot of times when it's Jad, you'll see a lot of Stinklings hanging around the spot. It's going to be mage. Another good thing, or another thing to take into account is, oftentimes when you don't see the mage, or if it's become a long time since you've seen the mage last, he's most likely going to spawn. Because Jagex does not like giving people breaks. They're not a big fan of that. These Snakelings are tearing me apart. Not Jad, too early. Oh, fuck. Important thing to note is that 3 hits after them smoke clouds disappear, he is going to spawn clouds. So these clouds over here, 3 times after Jad hits you in this phase, which I might have to dip here actually. I'm taking an unprecedented amount of damage. And now this is what you call a reset. Reset in the middle. You can have a whole new rotation here. It's not going to be the same every time. I think there's like 3 or 4 possible different rotations. You're going to die a lot when you're first starting Zulrah. I believe it's going to go mage or it could go range. Nope. It's mage. I don't like mage because he tears my ass up. I have 80 defense too, so I don't know why this guy's shredding me. There we go. Get your loot, teleport the fuck out, and then go home.